June 8th. I have chosen the way of faithfulness. I have set my heart on your laws. I hold fast to your statutes, Lord. Do not let me be put to shame. I run in the path of your commands, for you have broadened my understanding. Psalm 119, verses 30 to 32. In April of 2011, a line of deadly tornadoes ripped across the state of Alabama, leaving some 250 people dead in its wake. Near Wellington, Alabama, the Hardy family realized the storm was coming too late to find a permanent shelter. They considered trying to take shelter in a metal clubhouse, but it had already been turned on its side by the strong winds. So in desperation, they took shelter in a small stand of trees. They tied a rope around the children and huddled around them in the trees as the storm passed. A family member said that while they had been scratched by flying dirt and debris, none suffered any serious injuries. David knows that he will face far greater storms in life, which will have far worse consequences if he is not rooted and grounded in God's Word. In these 3 short verses, we see 4 ways in which he secures himself. David makes a choice to follow God's way. There were many ways of life to choose from, but he chooses the way of faithfulness, which also means truth. Today, there is an urgent need to choose the way of truth, God's Word, as we are buffeted by deception on every side. David sets his heart on God's Word. His choice to follow God's laws is not just in superficial action, but with a heart commitment. He fully agrees with the Word and makes the heart adjustments needed to be in alignment with it. David chooses to hold fast to God's Word. Just like the family in today's illustration clung to the trees and ropes, he clings to God's Word. In fact, that word is used of the husband and wife being joined together. If we are serious about God's Word, we will keep it close to us, as in an intimate relationship. David runs in the path of God's Word. He puts all of his energy and effort into keeping God's laws. His is no dutiful obedience. Rather, it is passionate commitment to be fully surrendered and to please God with his obedience. We are called to make the same choice, to cling to his word, to align our hearts with it, and to obey with all our energy. Today's decree: I choose your way. I set my heart on your laws. I cling to your statutes, and I run in the path of your commands.